seems like we are back and up and running. So, back to Effie's server we go. Alright, hello. It is once again Saturday, which means it's time yet again for everybody's favorite series, about a cool army of good people killing tyrants, which, you know, it's kind of nice to think about sometimes for reasons. But yeah, today we organize all those characters into the objectively definitely best list. For I am the only person in the world with taste. Me, a person on the internet. Anyway, yeah, I'm gonna stop that bit now. Alright, starting off with a relatively easy choice. I mean, sorry, backstory mom, but I'm going with Oscar on that one. Do beat out the late game old dude, though. Beats out the replacement character. Balthus kind of rules. I like Hana, actually. Oof, easy choice there. Easy choice there. I mean, you know, Ashnard, you've got a great villain who sucks and is just awful, and you want to fight him, but it is Goldmary, so, it is Sigrun, so, Ashnard wins that one, though. I think Gotri is interesting for the fact that he's not the guy who sucks, but he does leave at the start. Go with him. Alicia, Valbar, Garsha, and Rickon goes up against a hero's character, so there's that choice. Belf. Belf, you actually have an advantage for once. Good for you. I think I like Geese more. I think Trabant's more interesting. I do like Yunaka, is the thing. Yunaka's very good, and I've definitely been enjoying her as I've been replaying and eventually finishing Engage. Don't think it would be unusual to say she's definitely up there in my rankings for that game. But Julius is the guy who sucks, so I'm going with him. You are better than not Tharja, though. Safe husband versus, unfortunately, the only lesbian choice. Unless you're using a hack. Easy, easy. You know what, honestly. Still you, Mom who sucks. Oh, well, Inigo gets that one. Chris gets that one. Man. Where did my ruling go for Monica in general? I think my ruling is that I do incorporate 3 hopes into my decisions for Monica as a character. So she does win that one. I think I'm gonna go with Fiora. I do like Fiora, and I will forever kick myself for being rude to her as a stupid teenage boy. There are many reasons why early FE7 is just not watchable on my channel. And one of the reasons is I just suck about talking about things forever. All wins that one. Oof. Well, no, actually I stand by that decision, but Gonzalez does win that one. Oof. Guess you win that one. Jeez. Eventually we get to the bottom of the barrel every time. Ephraim wins that one. Oof. Ah, man. Sorry, Felicia, but Marin wins that one. Kakyoin's got this one, though. Slightly easily. Kachi gets that one. Yeah, I think Gilliam still got this one. Ogma is definitely one of the more prominent Altia character, or Arcanea characters, rather. He is more distinct than most of the characters and has some backstory, but Gilliam still wins that one. Yeah, I like Astrid, alright, but man. Her terrible taste does kind of drag her down a little bit, unfortunately. Oof. I barely got to know you in Heroes. You're the one with a robot, and I didn't really get that far into that one before I was just, finally done with Heroes. This is okay, but not my favorites. I mean, Danved's okay, but she does have a robot. So unfortunately, since it's not Devdan, they can't go head-to-head like that. If Devdan was here with his robot, he'd win that one easy. I'm gonna say, oh yeah, Heather easy. Filipina is pretty cool. Interesting villain clause. Leanne wins that one. What's that one? Candace is very cool. I think Maria's better than Sue, though. I think I'm gonna say probably Sue in this one. I mean, they're much different characters, but you just, look like you're his dad, and he's just going through his edgy phase, and you do not approve. At all. Man. I feel so bad for the early game clerics, because it's like, I want to vote for you, but man, do you not have a lot going for you. Oh. Sorry, Green. At least you can win this one. We're around that middle portion where eventually I just go ugh at whatever we wind up with. I think this is another ugh moment. Gonna go with you, because you're slightly better. I think Flane's got a little more going on for her. As does Oswin. I kind of just like Jenny in general. Sorry, Knoll, you're good, but you had some bad luck. I mean, given the nature of these kind of character sorting things, it's gotta happen eventually. Like, theoretically, no matter who you go up against, you're gonna go up in the same place, give or take. Florina easily. Yeah, that... unfortunately for Knoll, his luck is, not good. That is very in character for him. The world is against that man. That just feels rude. Ooh, Gwendolyn wins that one. Does Linoa... you win that one, though, Sephir. Let's see, decent guy who sucks versus forgettable character. Gonna go for you. I don't know, Veronica's just kind of the... I just don't have much of her personality, but I just kind of want to low-key murder everybody. Not a particularly interesting antagonist in Heroes, from what I remember of her. In Engage, though, I do like the setup for her mission, where most of the bracelets are just like, hey, how's it going, Divine Dragon? You want me to join you? I'll do that, but let me just test you first. She's just like, oh cool, I'm gonna summon you and fight the army I'm up against. And Alira's just like, what? No, yeah, I'm gonna summon you. No? Okay. I'm going to kill you, and then I'm going to summon you. So actually, she wins for that one. Oof. This is a battle between the two worst goths I've ever seen. I guess you win that one. DD definitely gets that one. I think you're slightly more interesting than Fina. Fina versus Tina. And next they'll have to fight Melina. Guess you...
Oh man, you keep choosing everybody and not me, Trek. That makes me sad. Not surprised. But I am sad still.
Benny wins for eating the mountain. Erica, obviously, Nolan's pretty good. You know, Stahl really doesn't have much going for him. He's just, like, kind of an okay guy. Like, if you had to work with him, you wouldn't hate it. Like, he's always late. He's just sort of there, but he's not a horrible person. It's just not great. Oof. I think she should gang less, but she's still not Boa, so I guess she... Oh, God. Ugh. I mean... Hans is at least eminently stabbable. Like, Boa ruins everything, but, like... He does it in the name of trying to help Arcanea, so, like... You could never really fight him because he's never really evil. He just does a bunch of stupid things that makes everybody's lives worse. And then he dies, kind of pathetically. But yeah, at least when you meet Hans, you know, I can kill this man with swords and nobody will judge me for it. Oh, God. I mean, his character's okay. I said this before, I just don't like looking at him. Oh, dang, sorry, Sephoria. Sorry about that, you just went up against the definite winner of everything, so, like, what was I gonna do? I don't remember caring about Mirror Bliss that much, so, yeah, Rochi wins that one. I'll go with an S. I think the backstory character / corpse character does win over Faye, because while I did appreciate her character in Sacred Echoes, that's not canon, so I can't count it, so, unfortunately, her whole thing is, still better than Oliver. The best thing about Oliver's so weird because, you know, he is a boss in the first game he appears in, but then he just joins you in a really weird roundabout way in the second, which is notable for being a surprise, but also notable because if you talk to him with Ike afterwards, Ike's just like, "Can you go back to the enemies?" I would really prefer to stab you, actually. Speaking of going over to the enemies, do like Sonya, but I think Jill's just a pretty solid character overall. And yeah, she is notable for being one of the only Fire Emblem characters who can actually be recruited by the enemy. And I don't just mean, like, she leaves at one point in the game. Plenty of characters do that. No, like, if you try to attack her, if you try to attack her dad with her, then they have a conversation and she decides, actually, I'd prefer to stand by him. I know this will lead to my death. However, I'm going to fight for family until the end. And then, if you don't have Mist with you, I think you also need to have at least like a B rank between the two of them. Then yeah, you just have to kill her. Which is very interesting. So she wins that one. Oof. Ooh, sorry, Hanoka, you're okay, but Pentrine. Sorry, Evil Woman wins that one. Oh man, Nephene's great for just kind of... She is very interesting in her case of just kind of being a person. She's just a bumpkin that's in the army. Pretty solid overall. And that, again, is up against just guy version of me in Linhardt, but I think Nephene wins that one, but at least Linhardt's got that victory, as does Seteth. Ugh. And no, actually, Amid gets that one. Diamond gets that one. Oof. Holland versus Gray. I'm gonna go with Holland for that one. Gunter's an okay old man character. Yep, Citrine wins that one. I do like Robin, though. Pretty decent protagonist. Kira wins that one, though. I'll go for Arthria. Nets, I think Mitama wins this one because she at least confounds her father, who's a guy who sucks, and I don't like. Dean or Skrimir. Skrimir wins that one. Drone's not had the best luck. I think I'll put him ahead a little bit at least. Nope, Luke will not win. I gotta go with Forest for that one, but Claire can win that one. As can Silk. Okay, Peony was the lead for that set of chapters, so I'll go for her. I like the fairy chapters well enough in Heroes. Those were alright. Yeah. Yeah. Go with Lonk over Corrin. Easy. Yeah, Garrett gets that one. As does Raiden. Goto's kind of a so-so mentor character. Okay, I'll also say, I don't think it's gonna affect his ranking all that much, but I did actually like his dynamic with his son, now that I've refreshed myself on that one. The fact that Diamant's actually the more responsible one, and Marian's more carefree. Ultimately, he is destined to die dad, but like, that's kind of a fun dynamic in what little time you get to know them for. Again, though, I'm not pressing this button just because I'm remembering things about Engage. And I don't think that is going to alter my perception of most of them beyond what I've already got. Anyway, yeah, Yuritz is pretty good. Okay, well, once again, it's time to open up... You know what, I should probably be putting this in a window. Hold on a sec. I keep talking about character designs and then not showing them. So let's put this here. Alright, so that's what Rune looks like. You're nothing. And then Golvaig. Alright, yeah, you're at least interesting. You got a whole snake thing going on. I'll go for you. Rune just looks like what if a small child was the summoner instead, so I don't care. Yeah, Keaton gets this one. Gets this one. Raphael's okay. Hilda. Dosla wins that one. Weirdly enough, Loki isn't really one of my favorites in Heroes. She's kind of towards the tail end of when I was playing. And she's just sort of the... I'm just kind of there in the background villains. So yeah, kind of so-so on her. Nope. Soren wins that one. Oof. Oh god, yeah. Also, yeah, I couldn't read the characters before, but I do now realize that apparently that's just supposed to be Nidhogg. It's Nidhogger, or Nidhogger. I'm pronouncing that O too much, but anyway, yeah, no. You're supposed to be eating the world tree dressed like that. Come on. Verse gets that one easily. Oh god. Which one do I shoot? Kemp is just guy who sucks. I guess I'll go for you. Soleil or Grima? I think Grima gets that one. Naga, yeah, I'll put her above Murdoch. You're definitely more interesting than Board, though. And Board is the axe guy I like. Between Cord and Board, I do prefer Board. Speaking of preferring, yeah, that's how much I don't like Ishtar. I'm putting Board ahead of her. Hubert's a fun weirdo, so I'm gonna go for him. Lloyd or Marnie. Yeah, Marnie is just the child what loves murder, so, oof, dang, tough break, Cecil. Yeah, I'm gonna say Cecil over Mozu. Mozu is just, what if Donald again, except we killed his mom instead? What if we just had the boring monsters from Fates just kinda torture entire village? What if we had the farmer, but instead she was depressed? Clan or Vanessa? Vanessa wins that one. Hey, went over for the... I have to say, one thing I'm not too keen on in Engage is, like, the cool thing is after a fight you can, you know, wander part of the battlefield and talk to your allies. That's kind of a neat feature, I like that. But also, they do get kinda sad if you don't actively use them. And Clan made me sad, because he's just like, hey, you could always, you know, put me in the army again, I'll do my best. And it's like, oh. Look, I'm sorry, I just have more mages. Look, it's just between you and your sister. Your sister does punches real good, and heals. Ooh, Josh does win that one. Dina wins over Terrible Old Lady. Okay, and Sildori, so, this character's went over her. Ooh, sorry, Fagato. You win that one, though. I don't know. Silas is kind of boring. But I do like him better than Priam. Yeah, Zephyl definitely wins that one. Zephyl is kind of similar to Ashnard in that, like, in his debut game, he just kind of sucks. And then you learn his backstory in 7, where he was trying his best as a child, but considering his father tried to have him assassinated twice, he kinda went mad. And you know, understandable. I think most people would probably go mad if their father twice tried to murder them. Oof. Zama sucks. Altina's pretty good, but I think I like Scarlet Moore's Wyvern Rider. Going against Arden, though. Yeah, I guess I gotta go for Lou over Arden. Arden I feel sorry for in that the game just says, like, hey, look at this guy who sucks and can't get anywhere, in a game where that is absolutely true. Like, they just call him slow at the start. It's like, yeah, no, I can't deny that. And also, they lie to you, and they're like, hey, you should keep Arden back at the castle so he can defend it. And, like, nothing's going to threaten that castle. You'd have to be doing very badly for anything to get to the castle. So if you leave Arden behind, he's never going to get good, even remotely. And, like, he's kind of hard-pressed to do much. At the very least, he gets a pursuit ring. So, like, he's got that going for him, and that's it. Never to level up or score. Yeah, despite the fact that he does get the pursuit ring, and that would technically... I think he gets the pursuit ring earlier than the last map he's available in. But yeah, no, like, you'd think the pursuit ring would be really good for, like, passing on to children. But, like, it's not worth it. It's better if he just sells it and gives it to someone else. I like Sayori, she's got a pretty good plot, but Python, yeah, no, I like a sense of humor, so, yeah. I like Medius more as a villain than I like Ryoma as a protagonist. Alright, it's 9:02, so I should wrap up. Let's see, what do I want to go to? 12:10? Yeah, let's go 12:10. Honestly, I think it was... Zed's good, but also I do kind of like Shannon's whole thing. Just like, okay, yeah, no, he starts out as a child who gets kidnapped and is, you know, used as leverage to keep Era in check, and then back half of the game, he's getting things done. The prince has grown up and is going to avenge his sister. Ooh, oh man. I like Leonie more than most people. Leonie rubs people the wrong way because of her, bee conversation with Byleth. Yeah, and that's honestly pretty cool. Like, everything they do with the characters who are present in Children in the first half, and then wind up being relevant in the second half is so good. But yeah, Leonie rubs people the wrong way, and I don't actually mind her that much. I feel like her... the fact that she does not get along with her... with the main character is actually pretty great, and I appreciate that. But also, it's Titania, she's incredibly cool. Like, it's wild that we had Seth and then Titania in a row. Like, dang, we got some really good early game paladins. Actually, okay, I know this is taking up precious Ratchet and Clank time, but I gotta think, like, okay, before Seth was Marcus. Marcus is kind of mediocre. And it's actually Marcus twice in a row. He's just younger in the first game, so he's, like, a little more useful, I think. And I think his Stack Rots are a little better, but yeah, Marcus is kind of forgettable. And if you count the remakes, then I guess it goes back to being disappointed with Jigen and then Aaron. But if you don't count the remakes and skip straight to Awakening, then you get Frederick. So, like, if you're only counting originals in a row, then yeah, that's 3 pretty good ones in a row. Alright, oh, and that was 12:10, so I'm gonna call it there, I think. It's 9:05, and I do want to get to playing Ratchet and Clank. I did have the idea since, did have my shots yesterday that, like, maybe I'll just do only FE Sorter tonight, but actually I feel pretty good, so I can use a controller no problem, it's fine. Okay, no, this is such an obvious choice, I'm just gonna do this before I go. Okay, now I'm done. Alright, yeah, that'll be it for now, so I'm gonna stop this, and then I'll be back in a few minutes once I've set up Ratchet and Clank, so here we go.